Hello, it's me again. I have a few things to show you today. Some new puzzles I got and some mods I've been working on. Just some general updates, talk a little bit about puzzles. Enjoy the video. First up, I'm going to show you a puzzle I 3D printed and recently stickered. This is the pentagonal prism. It also doubles as a musical instrument. I don't know why the pieces are so loose. I've tightened down everything. It's just the way it was designed. It still works though, just fine. I mean, nothing is gonna fall out or fall apart, though it feels like it might. It's a beautiful puzzle. I designed the sticker template and had Jason from Chewy's Custom Stickers send me the stickers. Beautiful. They always make the puzzle look so great. And I was happy that the stickers stuck really well to this unfinished 3D printed surface. The pentagonal prism, this is the traditional pentagonal prism. This is a mass-produced version of a barrel mod of this puzzle. I definitely prefer this puzzle. It has these exposed edges, you know, unlike these here. You know, it has traditional corners, and it's a much harder solve. There's an algorithm that I found to permute 3 corners, and it's like 35 moves long. I got it from Greg's channel. I don't know how to say his last name. Greg Fennerig. Anyway, I'm hoping to come up with a better system of solving it, because I'm pretty good at solving the first 2 layers of the puzzle, and then the last layer is pretty tricky. So yeah, I really like this puzzle. I think it was technically the second puzzle that I 3D printed, the first being the sliding 1x2x3. So yeah, it's really cool. It came out really well. While I was working on the 4x4 ghost cube, I made a couple other mods. Here's a real simple one. This is made from a budget 4x4, and this is just kind of the big block bandage. I made a similar puzzle like this with the 5x5. This one is much harder because of the parity algorithm. The OLL parity algorithm, where you have a pair of flipped edges, and that's really tough. Fortunately, I think it was Tall Pawn from the Twisty Puzzle Forum gave me an algorithm that works. So I highly recommend you try this puzzle. It's a lot of fun, and it's a simple modification to make, because you only have this one giant piece to, after you've filled all the cracks and sanded it down. Fortunately, it was easy to reassemble. I was able to just kind of pop that big block in. The 4x4 is a little tricky for me with all the internal pieces, so I just can't imagine modding a higher level even layered cube. Anyways, that's cool. Simple. I don't think I'll be making a tutorial for this puzzle, but I'm going to show you a couple of crucial algorithms if you want to make one of these and try to solve it. The first algorithm I'm going to show you is ridiculous, and it has to do with this case right here. If you have this case on a normal 4x4, you know, no problem. You go on YouTube, you can find an algorithm. Those algorithms will not work on this puzzle because of the bandaging. And this algorithm is 39 moves long, and I will post it at the bottom of the screen. It's ridiculous. I would never come up with something like this. I've got a long way to go in learning to solve puzzles. I think it's just magic that somebody, I requested this and somebody came up with it, and all it does too is affect these two pieces. I challenge you to come up with a better one, and please let me know. So we're gonna hold the bandaging here on the bottom left like this, and the edge pair we want to flip is gonna be on the back on the right side. And here we go. A little U is this layer right here, and so this algorithm can work for another version of this puzzle where the middle is bandaged right here all the way down and in the back, because it only uses R and these two U moves. All right, so back right, and here it goes. So little 2U, 2R, little U prime, R, U, R prime, little U, R, U prime, R, 2 little U. And now we're gonna do a 2R little U 6 times. So 2R, that's 1, 2R, 2, 2R, that's 3, 2R, that's 4, 2R, that's 5, 2R, that's 6. R, U, R prime, little U prime, R, U prime, R prime, little U prime, R, U, R prime, little U prime, R, U prime, R prime, little 2U. And that's fixed it. You're gonna need that algorithm if you wanna try to solve this, or maybe you can come up with one. Alright, the other important algorithm I'm gonna show you that's essential to solving not only this puzzle but other bandage cubes is orienting corners. I'm gonna show you how to orient these two corners. I'm gonna show you how to turn them clockwise. Or at least I think. We'll take a look after I do it to confirm what happened. And so this is a soon followed by a 2U and then an anti-soon. And I use this algorithm a lot for a lot of puzzles I have. So RU, R prime U, R, 2U, R prime, and then we do a 2U, and then we do an anti-soon, which is a R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime, 2U, R. And then we'll put this back, and as you can see, so actually, okay, so this one went counterclockwise and this one went clockwise. So keep that in mind. Front left corner goes anti or counterclockwise, and then the back left corner goes clockwise. And you will need some other strategy for building this. It's pretty intuitive. You use some of the normal edge pairing algorithms. You know, you pair an edge, put it out of the way. Moving on. Alright, this one I really like. This is so cool. I got this idea from Cubondo's video. If it doesn't look familiar to you, if I do this, now it should look a little bit more familiar. I'm gonna call this one the 2x2x4 AI cube. And so it's an AI cube that's reduced to a 2x2x4, and it looks great. It came out really good. Of course, this stickers make it look like a professional puzzle. As you can see, this is also a budget 4x4, which is these cheap cubes make great projects for modding. And this puzzle gave me an interesting challenge when reducing these blocks. If you try it, you'll see that they're just there's a little bit of a challenge there. Yeah, so let's see here. Let me see here. So you might be trying to, you know, you build up these layers, and you might be trying to build a layer, and for example, you might think you're building let's see, well, all the top layers are, you know, either yellow or white, but you could make a mistake and think that this green orange piece, well, it wouldn't fit there anyways. But try try the puzzle. Try the puzzle. It's a lot of fun. And it looks really great when it's scrambled too. Actually, let me go ahead and scramble it for you to show you. So here's it in the AI state. Let's just make a few moves here. Yeah, a lot of these puzzles, they look really cool when they're scrambled, so. And this puzzle's a lot of fun too. I really like these puzzles that use this kind of reduction method, because a lot of the solve is intuitive. You're just using this simple algorithm I'm doing over and over and positioning the pieces. But all you're really doing too with this algorithm is rotating a corner block either clockwise or counterclockwise. So I'll call that a scramble, and for the top, and then let's try to. What we want to do is, yeah. Let's see here. I want to mix up some more of these layers with the smaller pieces. Yeah, let's see here. Anyways, you get the idea. Great puzzle, fun solve. Alright, did I have anything else to show with that? Oh yeah, a couple of mods I'm working on. So I had several budget 4x4s, so I thought I'd make a 4x4 burr cube. I have a 5x5 and it's got those tiles which fall off, and I've replaced with stickers. I'd like to make a hand mod out of it, but it's a lot of work, and I'm finding out that even the 4x4 burr cube is a lot of work because every two pieces are bandaged together. So this is just half the pieces, and I think I took it apart before super gluing the pieces together, because you have these center pieces that are bandaged, and where it's bandaged, the plastic's really thin, so it would be easy to just snap that apart. So I used a lot of super glue and added it. And so I've got epoxy sculpt on these pieces, which I'll sand down eventually, but I'm been doing a lot of sanding. A lot of these projects take a lot of time to do the sanding. I like these budget cubes. The plastic has a matte finish, which looks good after buffing it with some fine steel wool Scotch-Brite type pads. I'm all about these bandage mods because as a beginner puzzle modder, they're really easy to make, and the more you make, the better your technique gets, and there's just such a infinite number of possibilities when you're bandaging puzzles together, and you can take cheap puzzles you have laying around that you don't use and bandage them together, even just using super glue and some stickers. So I wanted to take a ghost cube and bandage it as much as I could, but still keep it a fun, playable puzzle. So you'll get to see this when it's done. I have a lot of work to do, and unfortunately, as you can see, 5 of the centers are bandaged to a piece. I wish I had used maybe a little bit less super glue, and I would have been able to pop these center caps off with the edge piece. But instead, I will have to put the epoxy sculpt and sand with this all together like this. The other option is to drill into the center cap and remove this from the core. Might be necessary, might not be. Since I had one free center, I was able to disassemble the puzzle that way, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to reassemble it. I look forward to finishing that and adding that to my collection. Alright, I'm gonna break out a few puzzles I got in the mail recently. I get a lot of puzzles. I don't always show all of them, but I just wanted to show you a few that I got recently. So this is a gear Pyraminx. I have a lot of gear puzzles. I don't have this one. And I like gear puzzles. They're pretty cool. They're difficult to solve. I mean, I would never figure one of these out myself. So I'm wondering if I'm able to make a turn with one of these corner vertexes and then make another turn, like I know there's some gear puzzles like maybe it's like the octahedron that allows for that. It's not looking like that's possible. Wait, oh my gosh. Seriously? Oh my gosh. That's crazy. It's just crazy. I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna put it back. I'm scared. I just hope there's a tutorial. I've gotten a lot better at solving puzzles, and yet I still find myself going right to the tutorial. And recently I'm trying not to do that, so that I can experience the fun of discovering how to solve a puzzle. And as I'm solving more puzzles, I'm finding that when I watch a tutorial, I'm able to take some tips and hints and use my own knowledge from there to solve it. Alright, so as you can probably see, this is the MFA crystal dreidel. I waited a long time to get this, and I'll tell you why. It's because the MFA Master Pentultimate or Void Master Pentultimate is one of the worst turning puzzles. It's just a nightmare to turn. I actually never solved it either. I put a lot of work into it, and towards the end I think I had a corner that popped off, so I just popped the rest of the corners off, stuck them where they're supposed to be so I could put it on my shelf so it was solved and not mess with that puzzle. I tried lubing it and everything, and this puzzle, I watched a review and I watched a video, and it does turn better. It's still a little tough and a little tight, and this middle layer, it's gonna be a little tricky, because if you don't want the middle layer to turn, you have to kind of hold on to it. But this outer puzzle is solved just like that Master Pentultimate, except there are no edge pieces. And I know there's a spherical version of the Pentultimate, also with a puzzle inside. This is like a Pyraminx crystal inside here. Is that what it's called? Pyraminx crystal. Anyways, the spherical one doesn't have corner pieces. So this one has the corner pieces, but no edge pieces. But it's got this internal puzzle, which I think is just awesome. And there's a tutorial online. There's someone who I recently subscribed to, I forgot who, but they made a tutorial and I'm excited for that. Yeah, and I'm hoping that this will be an enjoyable solve. It feels like a sturdy puzzle, and though it's a little tough to turn when you're trying to hold this middle layer, it does work good. Nothing's catching, or we'll see. So that's cool. I wish MF8 would start mass producing all the puzzles that they have like planned to come out on the Twisty Puzzle forum. I'm always seeing these posts from MF8 about these puzzles they're working on or that have been announced but not yet released, and I think this was the last one. Alright, so this next puzzle, I knew when I was getting it that it might not be very good. I was pretty sure it wouldn't be very good, but I had to check it out for myself. And we'll talk a little bit about this type of puzzle. I actually looked at it already and I put it back in the plastic to appear as though I'm just now discovering it. I love new puzzles, unboxing them, the sound of the crinkling plastic, the bright color of the puzzle. I want to talk about this puzzle, why I got it, and some other related puzzles, and I find it interesting for sure. I was attracted to this puzzle because I love curvy copter puzzles. And let me just go into some back history really quick before I start with this puzzle. One of my favorite puzzles is this one. What is this called? Scubicopter? Scubicopter Plus? Excellent puzzle, one of my favorites. Just the complexity and the different types of moves. You got Scube moves, you got Curvicopter moves, Curvicopter Plus moves. You've got this move where you do like a partial Scube turn, and then you can turn this. Oh my gosh, it just jumbles and scrambles so well, and it's such a fun puzzle. And to go with this puzzle, I got this puzzle, and this is what is this? The Curvicopter Extreme. Yeah, this is really cool because it's got these extra cuts right here that this particular puzzle doesn't have, which you can line up and make a Scube move, and it mixes up the puzzle even more. And that's the biggest part, the biggest challenge of this puzzle is returning it to its shape after making moves like this. It does bandage the puzzle, and yeah, and this is a good puzzle too. This puzzle turns really well and it's a lot of fun. I like having the combination of these two puzzles because while this one has this extra cut and allows for those extra moves, what it does not have is the corner pieces, it does not have the plus pieces, and it has a fixed center. So overall, it's an easier puzzle except for this cut right here, which allows those extra moves when scrambling. Then came the MF8 Twins Scube version, which is just like this, but it has these cuts. I don't have that puzzle yet. I'm curious about it because it would make this even more complex with even more pieces, and I wonder how stable it is and how well it turns. I think I get that experience between these two puzzles, so that's excellent. And I have just been waiting for the MF8 Twins 2x2 version. I'm sure they're gonna have one because they have the MF8 Twins Scube version, so we're hoping for another version. And it should be in production any time now, because I love the combination of these puzzles. And so this puzzle right here, the what's this one? Clover Plus, Chi Clover, 4-leaf Clover Plus. This is a 2x2, and this is such a smooth moving puzzle. It's a really fun solve too. And this is a combination of a 2x2 and a curvicopter without corners. Though it does have something going on internally, but it doesn't have corners. And so that would be great. There's a 3D printed puzzle, a curvicopter combo puzzle that is a curvicopter plus and a 2x2, and that would be cool. But like I said, I'm waiting for that MF8 Twins version. So I really love these puzzles, and when I saw this and I saw that it had the curvicopter moves and the 2x2 moves, I thought I had to try it. I had to get it to see what it's about. I actually thought it was part of the same family as this, but it's not. There's no fixed center. I forgot to mention, this is called the Morpho Helenor Octavia. I believe that's the name of a butterfly. And it is a clunky moving puzzle. Things catch really easily. And one of the first things I noticed about this puzzle was the holes. And I thought, I wonder what those are for. And apparently, I mean, I don't know this, but I'm just guessing, is they're there to show the internal pieces. These small holes in the front right here are to show the internal 2x2 pieces of the puzzle. So when I turn this and I look in here, it's blue in here because that's the internal 2x2. And you're not moving the internal 2x2 when you make a curvicopter move. And these show the internal corner. Strange. So one of the first things I wanted to try with this puzzle was I wanted to try to make a partial curvicopter move and then make a 2x2 move, which is possible. The only problem I discovered right away was when I make a 90-degree turn like this won't turn, and neither will this. I mean, I could force it, but I'm not doing that. But if I make a 180-degree turn, then it turns. You know, maybe not very well, but it does turn. See, what if I put it back? Yeah. So that's interesting that you have to make a 180-degree turn. And then another thing I noticed was that if I turn this like this, I can't turn this without really fudging the pieces, and it just does not feel good. Something that this puzzle did really well was allow these pieces to pass each other. That is not happening on this puzzle. Let's see if I, see, leave it just like that. Yeah, that's not happening. Try to make a, yeah, I'm really confused by this, because so right here I'm just trying to make a normal kind of move you would make on a curvy copter. I guess if I turn that 180 degrees, that's fine. But if I put it to here, it does not like that. It does not like that at all. That is a little strange, but I guess if I found out all the restrictions on this puzzle, it might be better. I don't know if anyone will make a solve of this. So let me think if there's anything else I wanted to mention about this. There are several different puzzles in this family of puzzles. There's one that I found interesting that has a cut right here on the edge. I don't think I'll be getting that one, though it does look interesting. This will definitely be a challenging solve because all the pieces will get all fudged up together. So that's kind of a disappointment. Yeah, that I can't turn this. What? You win some, you lose some, right? Alright, well, I want to show you a couple other things in case you don't think I'm neurotic or crazy. Alright, you've seen these puzzles? I love these puzzles. These are AJ puzzles that recently came out. This is like a mosaic dodecahedron. I can't even remember what it's called. I can't remember what any of the puzzles are called. But anyways, I love this puzzle, and this is the Bohemia 2. I put the orange right next to red because I'm insane. I have a few puzzles where I've done some interesting sticker schemes. I did that because I do not like the color choices that these stickers came in, and I thought about getting my own cut, but then I thought, no, I'm too lazy, I'll just go with them. I didn't want the pink right next to the red because they're a little similar, and these both have the same kind of colors. Plus I thought, you know, it looks pretty good like this. You've got all the 6 normal colors here, and then on this side you have these pastel light looking colors. I'm not a fan of the different shades of blue and green they use, especially like what is this? This is supposed to be light green, and it's more of a teal type color. They're just very similar to each other. This and this blue, and then this. This is okay. This is fine. Other than that, I mean, the colors are fine. Oh, there was one other puzzle I wanted to show you really quick. Oh, maybe you got one of these? The lenticular Rubik's Cube, the Rubik's Impossible. This is an insane puzzle. I had a lot of fun solving it. I've only solved it once. I haven't wanted to solve it again. I had the hardest time because it was like I solved everything and then had one corner that did not fit. It was the wrong color, and so that was really annoying. So I had to look at 2 other pieces and find a 3 cycle where I could get everything to kind of match up. So this is a really cool puzzle. Definitely one to add to your collection. That's it for today. I am done. I need to eat some food because all I've had is coffee.